And here is another major problem caused directly by Trudeau. True North News, Cosman Desers again reports the food bank reports 95% of users are not born in Canada. A Toronto area food bank is sounding the alarm after it witnessed a dramatic increase in new clients, a vast majority of which were new immigrants. According to Feed Scarborough, visits to its 5 locations across the region have spiked by 112% in the past year. A total of 95% of those relying on Feed Scarborough were not born in the country, while 72% had only been in Canada a year or less. I can't pay the bills. I don't have any money. I don't have any income, but I'm still surviving. Client and new immigrant Bridget told City News. Yeah, I ran into a guy. When I was driving cross country, I ran into a guy who was a new immigrant, thinking he was coming to a good economy or whatever. And he was kind of in shipping, I guess. He had a cube van sort of thing, worked for a small company, and he was driving cross country too. And he was saying, like, the promise is that there's a good economy and there's jobs over here. And he was talking about moving back to Africa because there's better jobs for him over there. Right? And so Trudeau's trying to prove what he's really trying to do, Trudeau is trying to destroy Canadian culture by just flooding it with newly landed immigrants that are not assimilated. That's the real thing. But
and then you start running into the bigger problems that like the UK has.
Yeah.
If this is allowed to continue at the rate that they have it set at, right?
Yeah, it causes chaos, increases crime, all these things that, the globalists probably want. It's long been their goal to have the people demand a police state, right? That's where they think it'll go. Like, oh, we need law and order again. Let's give the police way more powers, and like that's where they want it to go. But like on an extraordinarily superficial level, like for a bunch of the nation, how they would look at it is Trudeau's pretending not to be a racist by just bringing in 1 million people a year. Right? Yeah. That's how a lot of people see it. But so what are you doing? You're bringing them over here with no promise of jobs, right? With like
at a time where our economy's in shambles.
Yeah, and they don't even demand them to have any special skills so that they can compete in the marketplace, so they'll be no better than any other laborer that's around. So all of these landed immigrants, they're shocked to find out that they're fighting for minimum wage jobs, maybe 2, maybe 3, so that they can get by. And this goes back to quite a few episodes back. I was talking about how military veterans were getting kicked out of their apartments over in England, or was it Ireland? Mm-hmm. One of the two. The social safety net, which includes food banks, that was once there for people who have paid taxes in Canada for their whole life. Now, 95% of that social safety net for food is being taken up by newly landed immigrants. So now Canadians who pay tax and have forever that hit hard times aren't going to have access to it, or as much.
Yeah, certainly not in Scarborough.
Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely.
So
exactly, it depletes everyone's wealth too, right? Because of course we don't want people starving to death on our streets. Of course we need food for these people, but that's not sustainable long term.
Hey guys, stay up to date with all of our content at Locals. We post videos and updates not found on this platform. Thank you for your support.